I'm ordering more Bitcoin miners. I don't care if the price is going down. I don't care if the stock market's crashing. I don't give a fuck. I'm Drew Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I've been doing this for nearly a decade, and guess what? I ain't stopping now. And a little dippity dip doesn't scare me. On a positive note, thankfully, miner prices are coming down some. I just hope that doesn't mean there's a really, more powerful, more efficient version around the corner. But these latest generation Bitcoin mining machines are pretty efficient. They earn a lot more than they burn in electricity. So yeah, I've been focused on building out the VoskCoin mining farm, but I also need to pick the perfect machine to plug in at the house to maximize my return, because we're throwing solar up as well. And I've got enough panels, not only to power the house, charge the Tesla, but also to power one full-size Bitcoin miner 24/7, 365. But today, we just ordered 3 more full-size Bitcoin mining rigs. Latest generation hardware, even though I was talking about going deeper into script mining. And when it comes to other altcoin mining, I'm tired of it, Grandpa.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad!
But let me break down the numbers and explain why. Am I headed straight to a Bitcoin of bankruptcy? Or will I be the next Bitcoin billionaire? Or maybe neither. To be honest, probably neither. Prices are coming down some, and depending on negotiating and volume and things like that, prices can be even better. But right now, I'm seeing around like $22 cost per hash on the S21 XP. This is 13.5 joules a terahash, watts a terahash of mining efficiency, right? So 270 hash at 3,645 watts. And I just signed that little agreement with Brains that will enable me to run Brains on the S21 XP. And we'll see, but reportedly, they are with the Brains OS mining firmware. This is not an ad. They didn't pay me to say this, okay? Everyone thinks I just get paid $1 million all the time to say anything. It's ridiculous. I'm just trying to maximize the return and my investment here in the mining farm. But they're saying that they're getting 12.8 terahash per watts versus the 13.5, basically 271.4 terahash a second, using only 3,477 watts of electricity. That's a 5% increase in efficiency. If you've ever mined Bitcoin, to basically have one unit that does this astronomical hash rate truly is just absolutely like crazy. VoskCoin Antminer S9 review. Let's go back in time.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Vosk of the VoskCoin YouTube channel.
My man.
Today I'm going to review my Antminer S9 by Bitmain. Today is all about reviewing the Antminer S9. This is Bitmain's greatest Bitcoin miner, SHA-256, and it's been killing it for really years.
S9 here, $2,000. It's kind of wild to see that, but $2,000, 13.5 terahash a second for 1,300 watts of electricity. So let me just show you the difference here. 13.5 was that really popular one. I think it was 1350, 1320, and we'll just call it $2,000. It's crazy. So 13.5 terahash a second at 1,320 watts of electricity, 97 watts per terahash of efficiency. For $2,000, you're getting it at $148 per terahash there. That is just absolutely crazy. But in the last 7 years, that's an example of how Bitcoin mining has changed. So this miner is irrelevant, obsolete, but they made the return and then some with the Bitcoin that was mined, and then the appreciation in BTC price. But chips can only get so much better, especially so fast, right? And there's like that rapid scaling. Example, basically what we've been seeing with AI lately. And then it starts to slow down. For example, we take the S19 series, most popular model, the 104, it consumed like 3,050 watts, I think. And it depends when you bought that and how, whatever else. But, pretty much 30 watts per terahash of efficiency out of the box. Can be underclocked to be better than that or overclocked. Very strong, robust miners, $28 per hash. And this latest generation XP, to put it into perspective, is a good bit more efficient. And it's starting to push these S19s into irrelevancy. But the XP is definitely significantly better. It's like twice as good, almost like 2.5 times as good, but it's not 10 times as good like it is compared to the S9 series. So I'm starting to feel bullish. I'm starting to feel excited. I'm starting to be like, I want some more of those. If you're looking for an S21 XP, then you're probably looking for ASIC Marketplace. That's who I just ordered my S21 XPs through. We are an affiliate with them, but more importantly, we have a coupon code with them, which I'll link out down in the video description below. Code VoskCoin to save some coin. And having already placed that order, within a day, I got shipping confirmation. That's as good as you can ask for. Downtime is the #1 killer to mining operations, right? So the second you decide to deploy your capital on a mining rig to be able to get it in and get it up and running and hashing, that's what it's all about. That's why it's also good to make sure your mining infrastructure, however your outlets, your airflow, whatever your situation is. I'm not here to talk about one thing in particular. We've talked about many options, air cooled, liquid cooling, and things on the channel before, but the point is to get your stuff set and situated so that when you do get your miner in, there's no surprises and you're ready to start earning passive income. Somebody once told me it was as easy as plugging in a power cable and an Ethernet cable. And just like that, you're a Bitcoiner. And to be honest, that's true in the beginning, but it gets a lot more complicated as you go along. I'm going to be pool mining with these new miners. I've been doing a lot of solo mining with the mini miners. It's incredibly fun. I am going to start a solo mining endeavor on a big scale, but I'm waiting to set up my new Bitcoin node and my own Bitcoin mining pool instance to be able to self-host my solo mining endeavor, because I don't want to have pretty good odds to hit a Bitcoin block over the next year and then pay out a massive fee to CK Pool just for using their publicly hosted solo mining pool. This is a great easy solution, right? If you just buy a BitX Gamma or something and you want to solo mine, sure, that's cool, and the dashboard's nice and all that. But if I'm going to seriously increase my odds and my expenditures to chase that, I don't want to be bleeding out massively on a fee there. Bitcoin is the most valuable coin to mine, as it's basically always been and probably always will be, except for that time Ethereum was valuable and mineable. But those days have come and gone. So the next closest thing is a lowly 2 million per day Dogecoin, which has just been getting clobbered in the market, which totally sucks because I have many Dogecoin miners. But it's still astronomically better than the next best option, which is Cashflow, which is trending downwards and soon will be emitting only $250,000 in coins per day, which, if you've been following that, is a very significant reduction. But here's the deal. Bitcoin's $1 trillion asset. $1.5 trillion, $37 million in coins put out over the last 24 hours. Very recent months, it's been putting out $50 million per day to miners. Yet the difficulty is trending upward. What the fuck? When it comes to mining farms lag behind price. Bitcoin's at 100K, everybody's buying every Bitcoin miner possible. You may get that Bitcoin miner a week later, month later, 3 months later, if you did like a futures order, and Bitcoin could be a very different price, maybe 25% less after that. But at that point, you've invested in the miner, you've invested in the mining farm, you're probably going to plug it in, especially because you're likely to earn more than you burn in electricity. I've had an S21 XP for a couple months now. It's been a better performer for me, at least so far, than the S21 as well as the S21 Pro. I hope that they've kind of ironed out the bugs at this point. I would never immerse an X21 Pro or an X21 XP or an X21. They are not doing good in immersion. They are failing. Mine are failing. Other people's are failing. They are just, I guess, pushed to the limit and just not suited for liquid cooling, which is a stark contrast against the S19 series, the former generation of this exact line manufacturer of Bitcoin miners that did so well in immersion and continues to do so well in immersion. I have like nearly 30 immersed S19 series miners. Bitcoin mining's been really exciting lately with the open source software and hardware movement on the bit axis. Also, Canon has created a lot of bang for buck on a small scale Wi-Fi capable Bitcoin miners with the Nano 3, but even more so with the Nano 3S. Personally, I'm a bigger fan of the Gamma because with the Gamma, it's completely open sourced. And then we're seeing other in-betweens like the Avalon Q and also the Mini 3 and many different BitAX versions like the Nerd QX, the Nerd QX Plus, the BitAX Supra Hex, and the crazy Zyber on the horizon. So there's a lot of development going on the mini Bitcoin mining front, especially on the open source initiative, which is just simply so cool and truly decentralizing Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining more than it's ever been before. And to be honest, it's starting to make a bit of a case for ASIC mining over GPU mining, because the fact that you can just basically buy this full-size miner, break it down, and decentralize it with mini miners is quite literally changing the game. So all the shit coins I've been mining have been plummeting terribly. All of the Bitcoin I've been mining has pulled back some from the highs, but still looking great overall. Every day I get one step closer to being a Bitcoin maxi, just bona fide through and through. I got obliterated on ALF mining. I could have 4 L9s instead of the one AL1, $30,000, ridiculous priced miner that doesn't even earn more than it burns. It never made its money back. A lot of Castle miners haven't made their money back. A lot of Radiant mining wasn't lucrative. The new Nexa ASIC miners probably aren't going to do well. And my Alio miners, they earn a lot more than they burn right now, but based on their prices and returns and the coin plummeting, probably not going to be a lucrative endeavor. I've held all the coins I've mined on that front, and my held coins are down like 40%, massively decreasing my mining returns in retrospect. So I don't know, situation, and that's one of the reasons I'm going to spend my time, money, and focus on Bitcoin, where I can just sleep soundly, hashing some BTC. You make your decisions. I'm just here to document what I'm doing. I'm Drew Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Call me Vosk. This is Tails Vosk, our CMO, Chief Mining Officer. We're in 10 seconds of Tails on every video. It's just a thing we do here. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you on the next one.